They will pick up a player here and there when they can, but they are Austrian guys living in Austria, training. They put a lot into this program. They are fired up to be here at their first World Championship. The ball is loose on the floor. Everyone going after it, and it's scooped up there quickly by Jani Viitanen. And the Finns in their white with the blue trim. Some really sharp uniforms. And they go to the attack. Robert Reitala will pull it down and wait to set things up. Joachim Miller up for an offensive shift. He'll probably play mostly a D tranny role. There's Tyler Crompton on the run. The shot gets through, sneaks between the legs of Christoph Kunert, but not far enough to be a danger. At the other end, in net, now getting ready to face Austria, is Riku Jokela. Larry Usitalo has been the starting goaltender for Finland for quite a while. He's been a real mainstay. Couldn't make it to this tournament. So I was talking to some people about how, eventually Riku Jokela is going to be the guy. And I mentioned that to Neil Doddridge, and he said, yep. The time is now. Riku Jokela, who played for the Richmond Roadrunners in BC Junior B Lacrosse this summer, is the starting goaltender. Luke Letamaki hands it off to Jimmy Viren. Viren spins off a check. Tries to hit a backdoor cutting Robert Reitala. Reitala tracking that one down, loses his helmet. He's going to have to head to the bench. He wants a call. Reitala, very talented, one of the leading scorers for Finland. Austria setting up. There's Marvin Lerch. Pulls it down. Get past Viitanen. Check there by Mika Uotila. And a pickup on the run. Jani Viitanen will peel it back out, hand it for Joachim Miller, who leaves it for Viren. Oh, sorry, that's Rope Jokela. Speaking of leading scorers. Antti Kaselmi. Check there by Maximilian Salzbrunn. This is Jokela, rips one from the outside. It's swatted and almost in. It actually went off the post on that shot by A.T. Rikkonen. Jimmy Viren is back on D. He's going to try and get to the bench. Yeah, there he goes. And they'll get the full complement of D as Austria sets up on the offensive zone. Mason Suppans loses the ball. It's grabbed by Leonard. And here we go on the run, Marcus Matala. With some WLA experience. He is a leader and the captain of this Finnish team. Leaves it for Jokela. Rope Jokela is the older brother of Riku, the goalie. Spins away from a check. Matala sets a pick for him. It's grabbed there by Tyler Crompton. He's going to try and fight through some traffic. Emil Landgrave all the way out onto Jokela. You know the Austrians are well aware of Jokela. Oh, behind the back. Great blind shot, but just getting it was Christoph Kunert. Jokela is so dangerous. You can see from that play why. Big hit. Nice job by Mikko Uotila. You hear the Finnish bench yelling, help him. Give him an outlet is what they want, and they do so. He gets it over to Rikkonen. Kasalmi. Kasalmi. Checked by Daniel Ludwig. Gets a pass across to Viren. It gets away from him. And Landgrave is right there. But they still, now the Finns lose possession. Shot clock is running down. So they're just going to roll it into the slot. Picked up by Rainer Jakisch. Adrian Lash passes off to Lerch, sets a pick. That pass goes to the far side, doesn't quite connect, but Carl Anderson does track it down. Five seconds left on the shot clock with it ticking down. Finland obviously content to just let the time go. Lerch was there grabbing that ball. He's got to get to the bench. And here comes Jimmy Viren. So that's Rope Jokela. Just saw the A on the jersey. Went immediately to Viren. Crompton. Over to Viren. Kaselmi ducks underneath. He's got a bit of an angle. No, I think that was a shot. Almost went over to Robert Reitala. He's kind of hanging out on his offside. It's grabbed there by Salzbrunn. Pressure from Viren. Salzbrunn will pull up, pass it back. They're down to 3 seconds to get across center. Nice job, heads up by Marcel Reinsberger to come back over center and take that pass and then immediately get across the line. But they're down to 12 on the shot clock as Rintaro Fujita trying to create something, can't quite connect. There is some time if they can get it back, but it's grabbed by Joachim Miller. Miller, who went and played for Tracy Kelusky and head coach Paul Day with the Philadelphia Wings for a bit this winter. Jokela. Boy, Joachim Miller can be an absolute force out on the crossbar. He's big and athletic, good stick skills. I'm going to check to the face of Jokela there. He just fights through it, gets to Crompton. He's just like a battering ram running his way through, and we've got a penalty coming as Crompton's helmet comes off. Official taking a look. It's going to be a hooking call. So you can see Crompton just driving through the middle, puts his head down. Still tried the behind the back shot with the helmet off. So Finnish helmets need to be buckled up a little tighter. They're flying off pretty regularly early in the game here. We're 5.5 in, and Finland goes to the power play looking for the first goal. Raitala back up to Jokela. What a dynamic duel. Joachim Miller is stopped by Kunert. It's kicked ahead, just a little bit too far for Reinsberger. Finland back to the power play with a fresh 30. Viren's low goes up to Miller at the shooter spot. Skip pass. Kaselny will go to Raitala. Jokela to Viren. He had to reach for that pass. Jokela rips one. That's into the belly pad. Kunert looks behind and the ball goes in. Jimmy Viren's throwing his hands up, but the whistle had been blown for possession. The ball does have to cross the line completely. The referees have been told to put the post of the net right on the back edge of the line, front edge of the post on the back edge. Oh, big hit. Marcus Madela dislodges the ball. And line them up because that way when the ball goes onto the green, fully onto the green, it's a goal. So it's not really the posts per se where they're sitting. It is the line that is the determining factor. There's Jokela. World Lacrosse rules, or the international rules being used here at the World Championship. Miller started to go to the net before he had the ball. Takes a little swat from Stadlinger. Now loses the ball. Still a half a minute left on the power play. Can Finland get it back? They won't. It's Stadlinger. He's got an outlet pass. Nice job for Reinsberger to let him know where he was. And Austria should be able to kill the remainder of this penalty. Adrian Balash does a ton of work helping to organize his team. Runs out the back door, the front door. He's playing right now. And he will mostly go out the front door in this game, but they'll run him on defense as well. Ruotala. That's A.T. Rikkonen. Raitala on the far side. Raitala, who had 19 goals and 16 assists at the European Championships, or sorry, at the World Championships in 2015. That shot goes wide, and Austria has effectively, successfully killed off the penalty. They will now start with the ball. Marvin Lerch puts it down. Adrian Balash trying to check what he does like to have discussions with the officials, sometimes to their chagrin. Very passionate player, Adrian Balash. Gets away from Fujita. They're going to have to reset with 15 on the shot clock. Fujita's got it. Trying to get by Oskari Bly. The pass down to Balash went right off his foot. They're going to rip a shot off. There's a penalty coming to Finland. Goaltender has gone to the bench. They've got to get a shot late in the shot clock. They miss. And Mason Suppans was just about to let one fly as the buzzer goes. He puts it down and Marcus Madela runs out to get it. It's going to be an illegal cross check. And it looked like it might have been, oh no, it's just 2 minutes. It's not doubling up. It looked like it might have been 4 minutes, but it will be DJ Sari. Wow. And the official having no interest in having a discussion about the play. He just said, sit down and stop talking to me. Balash at the top of the power play. Balash hands it off. There's a rip from outside by Fujari. Or sorry, Rentaro Fujita. He's kind of conflating his two names there. Fujita, one of the leading scorers for this club. Quite a dynamic offensive player. Viitanen just stepping along the boards. No pressure coming yet. Now he's going to be tracked by Supphands. Emil Landgrave heads up after him. Rope Jokela. Make the long, easy pass to Kasalmi. Raitala sees the double team coming. Steps up around it. 3 on the shot clock as he lets that one rip. It goes wide. Comes out to him, but it's already been picked up by Andrew Sucher. Austria getting their power play set up. Still a couple of guys changing. So Balash is waiting. Just with the all red head and mesh combination on the stick. And no shooting strings. Interesting. Little turn and shot at the last moment by Fujita, who was trying to convince him he was going to pass. Ruotila on the run. He's got Joka Miller and Marcus Madela trailing. He takes the shot, gets through the jersey. You can see it hits him jersey. And Kunert, that was enough to make the save. Here comes Stefan Herber. He's circling, wondering who to pass to. Eventually finds Fujita. There's Balash. 3 to shoot, and he scores! Adrian Balash has the first World Championships goal for Austria. It is a rip from the outside late in the shot clock, and it'll be a power play goal. As it was also late in the penalty to DJ Sari. And Austria has themselves a lead. You see just some space, a nice pick by Marvin Lerch to open up the room. Balash rips one from the outside. Austria gets the ball off the face-off, a violation. We're going to see quite a few of those. It's like any tournament when there are rules being enforced that are maybe a little different to what some of the guys are used to from league play and club play. Adrian Balash with the goal. He was Austria's leading scorer at the European Championships in Turku, Finland. 16 goals led the club and 10 assists. Or sorry, actually, Klaus Hauer had 21 goals, but he is not here yet. I believe he's coming later in the week, so it's a tough one for them. They're big-time lefty, not available for this game. Little pass ahead to Landgrave. He's going to track it down. Luke Lenomaki pressuring him, and then it's dropped by Landgrave, picks up, hands it off to Balash. Low-scoring games. We're 10 and 11 and a half minutes in. Balash shot well wide. It's going to be tracked down by Gerhard Probst. Not a lot of lefties on this Austrian club. It's a conundrum in Europe. There's a save by Riku Jokela. Balash did a nice job to catch that ball, get the shot off. Jokela goes and gets that ball, reaching out of his crease. Head to Letomaki. But they're really the only lefty forwards they have are Gerhard Probst and Carl Anderson, numbers 10 and 72. So Fujita, he can play both ways, and he'll switch over to lefty some, but he is a natural righty. Raitala pulls it down. Viren. Nice skip pass. Crompton just driving to the net. Saved by Kunert. The ball is loose. Just avoiding the back in was Thomas Anderlich. He's going to run the floor. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the WILC. Oh, stumbling was Probst. He's going to run out of time on the shot clock. Balash will get a shot off. The shot was at the buzzer. Finland was looking for a delay of game call because the shot, by the time it got to Riku Jokela, the buzzer had completely sounded, but the shot did come just as the buzzer was about to start. Viren. Pass gets away from Rikkonen. Eeti Rikkonen. Rope Jokela reached with one hand, couldn't get it. Has some pressure on him. Big collision. Shot clock winding down, and Reichel gets the shot. That'll be a reset if they get it back. They do. Rope Jokela grabs it. Hands it off to Selmy. Rikkonen. Jimmy Viren up to Jokela. Very patient set by Finland. There's a big hit in front. Jimmy Viren wanted an interference call. Jokela, little pick from Viren, shoots it from up top, save Kunert. Very calmly just knocked it down. And straight across to Stadlinger. Oh, he was run over. Yeah, penalty coming. It's going to be either checking from behind or probably interference call. Officials will confer to see what they want to call here. Marcus Matala doesn't like it. Yeah, it's a check from behind, just 2 minutes. If you're used to watching CLA lacrosse or summer lacrosse in Canada, the check from behind is an automatic 4 minutes. That's why you'll see a lot of illegal cross checks. Here's the play coming. Oh, sorry, just pass it there. It's the defender running in off the bench, just kind of caught the guy in the back on that loose ball scramble. Balash, the goal scorer, is back up at the top of the power play. Gets it back from Suppans. There's Fujita. Balash stops it from being over and back. Gonna get back from Suppans and rips one. Riku Jokela with the stop. Severi Koskinen there to take the ball. Pretended to take the ball. It's actually with Marcus Matala. He'll run it up over center. Jokela lost it momentarily. Jokela, one-on-one with Stefan Erber, drives past him to the net. Saved by the post. Yeah, Finland's yelling reset. Yeah, they should have. Oh, they're calling the 30-second violation. I thought Jokela's shot went off the post. Went off either the post or the goalie. Wasn't called though, so Austria will get possession. That's huge as they're on the power play, so getting the ball back instead of a fresh 30 for Finland really makes a difference. But the period's going to end. Austria not able to get shot off before it does, and the score is 1-0 through 15 minutes of play. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. We're ready to go with quarter number 2. Finland versus Austria. Austria leading by 1, and Thomas Anderlich will really want to get this face-off win. He's up against Joni Viitanen because Austria's got 49 seconds left on the power play. Oh, he rakes at it, but it's pulled out. Nice pass ahead to Miller by Viitanen, and Miller goes into penalty kill mode. Austria with pressure as he's out there kind of on an island. Joachim Miller is okay on an island, though he is a big, strong, talented lacrosse player. Obviously good enough to make it to the National Lacrosse League, where he played a handful of games with the Wings. Did a pretty good job in some of those games, too. Had actually a few very good games. Robert Reichel to the net, looking for a shorthanded goal to save by Kunert. Jokela gets it back, fresh 30 for Finland, and that's going to do it for the penalty as he just lobs it up to Rotila. That's it. Henrik Harala is released. Back onto the Harala, who is the defensive player of the tournament at the Alice Robeski this spring. Outstanding job playing for the Turku Titans. Many of these Finnish players from Turku, which is a big time lacrosse center. Penalty coming. Tyler Crompton is going to go for crease interference. I think they're saying he ran through the crease to go and make a check. And that's, yeah, you can't cut through the crease as an offensive player to get to the ball and give yourself an advantage. Tyler Crompton's explaining to the people in the penalty box why he doesn't think that was a penalty. It doesn't really matter what anyone in there thinks. Balash, I'm still kind of checking out that no shooters for now. Daniel Craig of the Toronto Rock tends to like to play without shooters, although he does on occasion put some in. Actually, he told me when he gets a new stick, a new head, it usually comes with strings, and he just plays with it, and then if he doesn't like it, he takes out a string. He just keeps taking them out until he gets a feel that he likes. There's a shot and a save by Riku Jokela on the rip from outside. That's Fujita with the shot. Here comes Koskinen. Hands it off to Robert Raitala. 17 on the shot clock. There's still a minute 18 on the penalty to Crompton. So Finland has been spending some time killing penalties. Balash scored the lone goal of the game so far on a power play, but Jokela is going to get a shorthanded marker. He had tons of room. That's way too much room to give a shooter like Rope Jokela, especially when you're on the power play. You should not be giving up that much room to a shorthanded team. Jokela deadly. Jokela actually had 22 goals and 20 assists in the European champion or in the World Championships in 2015. Here you can see the passing. Jokela just nobody near him, even though Austria had the extra man. 22 goals for Jokela, followed by 19 for number 61 Robert Raitala, and those are the only two players from that tournament with more than 7 goals who are back. Jarno Altonen, big number 9, a big lefty. For those of you who know familiar with the Finnish team, not able to be at this tournament. He had 10 goals. He was third on the team, but yeah, that's most of the scoring from that tournament is really concentrated in Jokela and Raitala. Joka Miller killing time. They are still shorthanded for another 48 seconds. Miller's going to the net, has a lane and scores, and then delivers a little hit after as Marcel Reinsberger was coming to hit him. Joka Miller puts the ball in the net, turns the tables on Reinsberger, and applies the hit himself. He can be so dangerous. Nice little pass across. He gets Matthew Geppert going way too high, committing to heading up to the top side. Miller goes underneath and buries 2 shorthanded goals, and Finland has taken the lead away from Austria. Over and back on Austria. They got the ball and ran over center. So Reinsberger will have to put it down. Marcus Matala grabs it, and they're going to push. Finland would love to get another shorthanded goal. They are not sitting back and just killing time. There's actually more time on the shot clock than on the penalty. So they can definitely kill it, but they're going pretty aggressively. They're really feeling it here. Marcus Matala, he's got one. 3 shorthanded goals. My goodness. So Rope Jokela, then Joka Miller, and now Marcus Matala. Consecutive shorthanded goals all on one penalty. Unbelievable. Trying to think if I've ever seen a team score 3 shorthanded goals on the same penalty. Finland has woken up and really come to life in this game. Anssi Kasaumi comes out of the battle along the boards. They're winning the loose ball fights now. Finland is just really taking control of this game. Raitala. So you go righty strong. There's Raitala. All alone scores. That's an even strength goal. And I think Reinsberger is complaining that Raitala contacted the goalie, Christoph Kunert, after the goal, but it almost looked like Kunert stepped out into him. We'll see. There's Raitala, passes it off, cuts in for the give and go. Nice little lever pass. And it's just the arm and the stick of Kunert were sticking out and actually contacted Robert Raitala. There you see Reichla and Yirmi Viren, the alternate captain, number 92, on the bench having a chat. And Austria's going to take a timeout. Kyle Sorensen is going to try and just rally his troops a bit. What a stretch for Finland. 4 goals. How much time? That was in a couple of minutes. Last one hasn't gone up on the scoring. You can go to WILC2019.ca. And then if you go to the tournament schedule, you can see when all the games are. You can check out all the information. What a run. Unbelievable by Finland. Graham Perro tweeting, asking if the Austrian jerseys really just say Österreich, which is the German for Austria, on the back instead of the players' names. It's true. I hadn't actually really thought about that. They're supposed to go by the numbers. And I mean, obviously you get familiar with who the players are. I've called a lot of these players' games. And you get familiar with the numbers and the way they move and things. But yeah, it's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Stefan Erber trying to get it. It is scooped up eventually by Matthew Geppert. Kasalmi up on him. Diving swat check, but Geppert fights through it, and Austria goes to the offense. Reinsberger to Balash. He's going to try and tuck it underneath. Nice job by Koskinen. A hard rip by Lerch, and he is flattened by Mika Uotila. So it was Luke Letomaki with the hit, and he's the one running with the ball now. Oh, long pass to Rope Jokela, who couldn't quite catch it. Kunert makes the pass to Jakic, Rainer Jakic. Balash gets it back from Probst. Fujita shot on the run, picking up that catch and running around the pick by Lerch. It missed, and here's an outlet pass. Joachim Miller, it's not going to get there. Oh, it will, but he couldn't pick it up. That ball is just a hot potato. Nobody can quite corral it. Sucher eventually comes up with it. Andrew Sucher with the ball. Head to Landgrebe. He's trying to stay out from going over and back. Finland thought he may have gone. Nice job by Landgrebe, though, to maintain possession. Austria, I think we're just going to, I was looking, I only saw 4 guys. I think they just sent their 5th runner out. Balash will step back. Tries to connect on a pass, but couldn't quite get it through to Probst, and Finland's going to get it. Riku Jokela lobs it ahead to Koskinen. Severi Koskinen. Reichla. As Jokela on the far side sending a pick. Hits Crompton coming off the bench. Crompton sees some space, gets a shot and scores. Saw a little seam in the defense, spun and whipped right to it, and then fired the ball just inside the far post. Finland really taking control, 5-1 the lead. They're up 16-6 in shots on goal. Remember that Austria led this game through the first quarter. There's Crompton, you can see he starts to go up. And Daniel Ludwig just a little bit high, going around the top, and Crompton ducks back down. You see that ball right in off the far post. Beautiful placement by Crompton. Crompton from Chilliwack, just down the road in the valley. And yes, that is a reference to the band Chilliwack and their album Lights in the Valley, for those of you who are familiar with them. Pretty sure I actually got that album as a gift for being part of the campus quiz show back in my hometown of Peterborough. Loose ball violation called animatedly by the official. Today's referees on the floor are Dan Miles, Matthew Davis, and Stephen Green. Stephen Green, the head official. Josh Hiltz is in the box as the standby. That shot's going to head back over center, so it'll be an over and back violation. Austria will get it. Taro Fujita. Kind of couldn't believe how much space opened up for him, so he gets the shot off, but misses. Harala going after it. Austria retains possession. They've just got 10 on the shot clock at this point. Fujita, his shot doesn't get through. They go for a backdoor attempt. Lerch was there. They couldn't quite connect. And then the ball is grabbed by Fujita. He had the stick knocked right out of his hand. Finland back to the attack. Uotila. Harala will leave it for Kasalmi. One more Finn to come from the bench. It's Jimmy Viren. That shot is wide. Austria running the other way. Near the midway point of the second quarter. Daniel Ludwig takes the shot from his offside when he had a man on his correct side on the back door. Probably a better decision to pass there. Crompton scored the last goal for Finland. They are up 5-1 now. That first stretch of goals came in 1 minute and 22 seconds. 3 shorthanded goals and then 1 even strength goal for Finland to absolutely take control of this game. That shot by Lerch, kind of an off-foot shot, goes off of Riku Jokela, up out of play. It'll be possession for Austria. Adrian Balash will go and track it down and start things up. That shot was a little steep on the bounce. It gets up out of play. So a fresh 30 for Austria. After the ball went out of play. Fujita, backdoor attempt. Adrian Balash jumped up and shot as he was coming down and almost found himself a spot. Riku Jokela goes and gets involved in the scrum and then hightails it out of there. And eventually it's going to be a call going to Finland. They'll have possession. Oskari Bly. Had a little trouble with that one. Lots of time though. He picks it up and heads into the offensive zone. Hope everyone's enjoying the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. Lots more to come, of course. We're just at the beginning of the 72 games here. Ensi Kaselny, hard shot, put all of it himself into it, but missed far side. Jimmy Viren gets it through to Jokela. That's Kaselny with it. He's going to dive and dunk and scores. Ensi Kaselny, goal. That's a beauty for the righty. The Turku native. 12 Turku-based players on this Finnish team. And there you see the shot by Jokela. Kaselmi grabs it, stays out of the crease, sees a lane, jumps. That backhand tuck so much easier than trying to reach around the forehand way. And he's able to dunk it just inside the post. Again, the overhead look is a beauty. Jimmy Viren up top to Miller. Crompton lost it, it's grabbed. Austria heading up the floor. It's a 2-on-1. They've got 2 righties. Let's see if he makes the pass across. No, he's just going to run himself into shooting position. What a finish. Mason Supphands obviously knew what he was doing. He kind of ignored his teammate, ran himself over to the righty shooting side. And goes a little twister to the far corner. Great shot by Mason Supphands. He has an idea all the way up there what he's going to do. Makes a little move on Jokela, Rope Jokela that is, and then the twister to beat Riku Jokela. Suppans, who's from Kamloops. A few hours drive from here. Joachim Miller with it, but nice check by Austria. They come up with the ball. Sweeping wrap check attempt by Joachim Miller. He is all over Matthew Geppert. Geppert from Vienna. Marvin Lerch cuts back door. Fujita looking for something. Gonna duck inside. Slide help from Mark Slavati. We're going to say it went off of Finland and up out of play, so a fresh 30 for Austria. Marvin Lerch tries to make the pass through to Carl Anderson. It was a little low, though, kind of handcuffed him about hip high. Great chance for Austria to set up a scoring opportunity. Lerch just got a little low on that pass. Here's Reitala. Spins away from the check from Anderson. Or, sorry, from Florian Schutz. Riikonen. That pass just nowhere near Ensi Kaselmi. I think he'd been knocked down a bit, was just getting up and well out of his reach. But he will get a shot off. There's a save by Kunert. Belash goes to be an outlet. Makes the pass, rips a hard pass across the floor, but that was picked off by Henrik Harala coming back into the zone. Great play by Harala. He'll get it to Uotila. And Finland into the offensive zone. Tracy Gillespie directing traffic from the bench, and it works. Quite a finish. I think that's A.T. Riikonen. He's buried under some red jerseys, though. Adrian Belash was getting up into the face of the Finnish player who had come to help Riikonen, A.T. Riikonen back to the bench. There's the shot. And Belash actually does check him into his goalie. And that's one that I don't really get, is when you check somebody into your goalie and then get upset with him for being in there. Sometimes emotion overcomes the logic. Finland and Austria back to the face-off. Tyler Crompton to take the face-off against Thomas Anderlich. That's at 7-2 now with the A.T. Riikonen goal. And I believe that's 7 different goal scorers. Rope Jokela, Joachim Miller. Here's a chance. Do we have another one? We do! What a finish by Mika Uotila. They grabbed the ball after the last goal for A.T. Riikonen. And I think they're going to get that one as well. But I don't imagine that I think this is Mika Uotila's first time in the Worlds. What a play to slip through that check, and then all of a sudden he's all alone, sidearm shot. Great finish, and it's 8-2, Finland. Jani Viitanen goes out for the face-off once again against Anderlich. So Jokela, Miller, Matala, Reitala, Crompton, Kaselmi, Riikonen, and then Uotila. 8 different scorers for Finland. They are really spreading the wealth. Well, Suppans and Belash have one apiece for Austria. There's a 2-on-1. Longgrave, but couldn't quite get the catch. Max Kivianiemi knocks him down after he tried to catch it. Or it's not Alex Kivianiemi. Took me a while in Israel last year to get a handle on that one too. Alex Kivianiemi. Illegal pick call. Reitala was just taking the shot as the whistle went. Kunert will make the outlet pass to Daniel Ludwig. Belash takes a look, saw somebody coming or sent somebody coming behind him. It was his teammate coming off the bench. The shot by Belash, that's off the foot of Jokela and up out of play. It'll be a fresh 30 for Austria. Belash will start with it. He needs a new one as that ball got through the netting and landed in the seats. You can get your tickets. Just go to WILC2019.ca. You get tickets to come out for the whole week. Enjoy a terrific week and a half, I guess, actually. 10 days of lacrosse, 19th to the 28th, here at the LEC. Balash driving to the net. Great work to make his way through. Letamaki and get a shot off, but Riku Jokela there to make the save. This is more orange group action, so the teams from this morning, Australia and Costa Rica, keeping a close eye on what's going on. Crompton in space, missed the net. Diving attempt. Reitala looking for his second. He's knocked over as he was getting up by Florian Schutz. Sweden is the other team in the group here with Costa Rica, Finland, Austria, and Australia. Penalty coming. It's going to be Tyler Crompton. Gets 2 minutes. Oh, it's boarding is the call. Not entirely sure I would call that a penalty. But it will send Austria to the power play with a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Balash over Fujita. Jokela dives on that loose ball after the save. He was in a bit of an awkward position. His stick was all kind of at a funny angle, so he just picked it up and handed it to Marcus Matala, who gives it off to Robert Reitala. Final minute of the first half, 8-2. Finland leading. They're shorthanded, but that hasn't stopped them. They had 3 shorthanded goals and 1 penalty earlier in the period. Now they have one here on this one. Rope Jokela. He tends to like to shoot on the run across the top. That's his favorite, I think. But, boy, that step-back shot was a classic. What a beauty. Shades of John Grant Jr. He just steps back from his defender. Look at that. Shoulder in, step back, rip it. Great job, Rope Jokela. It really did look like John Grant Jr. Now you just have to do it another 1,000 times to match Junior what he did in his incomparable lacrosse career. Lots of excitement coming up later in the day as we get to the blue group that everyone really focuses on. I keep telling people there's a lot of fun lacrosse, a lot of good things happening at all levels of this tournament. Different teams trying to work their way up. Finland will try and kill this final 20 seconds of the period. Or sorry, final 40 seconds. Sorry, it was 20 in the period. They're down to 8 on the shot clock and 35 on the penalty. So timeout now by Finland. You get 2 timeouts, 1 per half. So they're going to use theirs here to set things up. There is 35 left. Probably confused everyone. So there's 35 seconds left on the penalty. Just about 10 seconds left in the period. Marcus Matala will go and ask a question. It's almost like they're looking up at us. I'm not sure. I should be looking over to the officials' booth. Okay, they've got 7.4 seconds left on the clock. They may have been looking up and wondering if the broadcast has a view of how much time was left. I don't know. I don't think we'd be using that technology here in the tournament. I'm sure it's often used in lacrosse. So just 7.4 seconds for Finland. They have pulled Riku Jokela to the bench to get a fifth attacker, so they're 5-on-5 despite being shorthanded. Raitala waiting. 4 seconds. 3. And they're just going to run out of time. They didn't get the shot they were looking for, or shot at all. And we'll go to the intermission with the score 9-2 in favor of Finland over Austria. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. I am Steven Stamp. It is 9-2 Finland over Austria. Finland shorthanded for the moment for another 28 seconds. Lots more action coming today on this first day of the tournament here at the Langley Event Center. 4:30 here in the Arena Bowl. Israel and the Iroquois Nationals will face off, while over in the field house it'll be Mexico and the Czech Republic. And then at 7:30, the host team makes their debut, Canada, playing against the USA. And over in the field house, we'll have Ireland and the Netherlands. Adrian Balash with the ball and the pass across as they will try to get a bit of pressure on Fujita. Ducking underneath for Austria, whips it over to Balash. He's going to fire one, scores! Lasers one from the outside, saw a penalty coming, so realized he needs to take the shot as they were. That way, if you get the stop, you get some time on the 5-on-3. Or he just saw an opening he liked. Fujita pulling it down, making the pass under a check from Miller. All kinds of time from Balash as he steps over the restraining line, and there may have been a bit of a stick-on-stick check that may have changed things up. You can see Riku Jokela leaning ever so slightly to his right. And that yellow shot you saw in behind, that yellow shirt was an Iroquois Nationals shirt, as there are half a dozen members of the Nationals sitting in behind the Finland goal, including Warren Hill, MVP of the recent President's Cup Championship from Ganawage. And now the switch over is Finland. I think they were thinking that the second penalty was wiped out, but it's the short one, the one with the 12 seconds left at Crompton, the boarding call that was wiped out. Marcus Matala is going over and arguing, but DJ Sari is going to the box. So a full 2 minutes as that goal was on the first penalty. So Sari's going to serve his full 2 or less if Austria scores again. It's 9-3 for Finland. Austria got that goal, though, just 17 seconds here into the third quarter. See if they can build up some momentum. Nice job by Viitanen to get the ball. Goes to the net through the crease. He can't play that. Yeah. It'll be Austrian ball. You can't go through the crease and be the next player to play the ball. And he clearly was. So Austria will get it back and they'll go to the power play. Still the right decision, I would say, by Viitanen to pick it up because there's nobody else from Finland nearby. So if they miss that call, I don't think he went through the crease, then you can get it. If you don't do anything, Austria's just going to pick it up anyway. You might as well grab it. Well, ball popped loose from Suppens. And Marcus Matala is on the run. He runs away from everyone, shoots, scores. Short-handed goal again from Finland. Unbelievable. That is 5 short-handed goals for Finland in this game as they lead 10-3. Matala, you can just see him putting on the afterburners, running away from Fujita. Just reaches far side, just tucks it inside the post. Beautiful play. The foot was pretty close to coming down in the crease there as you watch the replay, but it was in. Nice play by Marcus Matala to finish that one off, and he's got another chance. Could it possibly be 6 shorthanded goals? It is! Marcus Matala, the captain, with back-to-back shorthanded goals. And Matala runs to Joachim Miller, who fed him, jumps up, and Matala grabs him like a little kid that he's holding on to. Oh, lovely shot, Matala. Just no fakes, nothing fancy, just picks his spot and buries it. Just like that, it's 11-3 and 6 shorthanded goals Tyler Crompton thought he'd pick the ball up, but was skipping away from his stick. So Anderlich goes after it, and it's Gerhard Probst that picks it up. Oh, we have a collision over by the Austrian bench. Looks like Crompton has gotten tangled up with somebody right by the door. I didn't see what happened. It was away from the play. Don't imagine we had a camera on it because it was well away from what was going on, the main flow of the play there. Crompton is really shaken up. Looks like he may have had a collision over by the bench. Hopefully he didn't run into the open door frame because, boy, that'll really shake you up. It looks like their trainer, I think it's Jenny Vaininiompa, going to help him, and Austria will score in the interim. Power play marker to make it 11-4, but they celebrate a bit. It's hard to get too excited about a power play goal when you've already given up 2 shorthanded markers on that penalty. So Gerhard Probst finds a spot, buries it. It's a loose ball push from behind. To answer, Tanner Fetch was asking if there was a charging call. There were actually back-to-back boarding calls to Tyler Crompton and DJ Sari. So no charging, no boarding. Adrian Balash finding a way through some defenders, gets a shot off but pulls it a little bit wide. He slips to the back door. They don't see him and throw it out top instead. And he's covered now as Andrew Sucher comes down, gets to Balash. His shot stopped by Jokela. Oh, wait. Yes, it is Riku Jokela in. Thought maybe we had Juha Pahunen coming in. Kunert makes the stop and sitting right under him. He just drops down. In international lacrosse, you can reach into the crease and get the ball to put it in the net. Now you can't. There's Emil Landgrave, but his shot just stopped by Jokela. Kind of crossed Jokela up, but he did manage to make the save. Alex Kiviniemi gets that ball, but pass gets away from Letamaki, and Austria will take possession again. Mason Suppans. Remember the beautiful goal on the run that Suppans scored earlier. He's going to pull up this time and set up the offense. The one thing is, if the ball's in the crease, you have to possess it in your mesh. You have to play it with the mesh. You can't just swat it in or tip it in with the head of the stick. Larich was winding up for a shot, but the ball had gotten away, so he just tries to get in the way of Letamaki. Got Kiviniemi on the back, looking like the scrum half trying to reach in, but Austria comes away with the ball. They're going to be called for a violation. Oh, no, they do get the ball. It was the other way. It's the official pointed the other direction. Suppans waited until Fujita came out. Gives it to him, the ball gets away from him, but it's grabbed there by Suppans. Marvin Lerch. Lerch running out of options. Late in the shot clock, the shot stopped. Severi Koskinen comes away with it. Tries to make the pass through, can't find Reitala, but Koskinen follows it up. Now Reitala grabs the ball. Pass back to the near side against the grain. Jokela loses it, and away goes Daniel Ludwig. Running in on Rikkonen. Nice job by Finland. Get some forwards off to the bench. The defense streams out, takes away the scoring chance once the initial transition break was turned aside. Fujita. Lerch over to the far boards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lob pass down and attempted a shot by Balash. Pretty nice job to go up and get it and get a shot off. It was well wide as he was off balance as he threw it. It'll be Finland ball. Reitala looked at Kaselmi, who'd been knocked down, was getting up. Yimi Viren's shot hit somebody out front. Ball almost hit the ref. Reichela's going to run over his man and get a penalty for it. All kinds of fins all around him, and then a player rammed into the boards. That won't be called, but the earlier contact will be. Reichel is heading to the bench. He has no idea that he's been called for a penalty. I'm not sure the official at this point remembers who it was. There's a player down on the turf after that latest collision. Patrick Falb has come over with a water bottle to help out. Backup goalie. I think Julian Cole, one of the assistant coaches, is saying, "What are you doing? You can't go out there. You're a player." Let's let our trainer go out and deal with that. Oh, I think there is a penalty coming on the later call as well. Next round for Thomas Anderlich as he gets up. Don't know what the call is. I saw a hand go up with 5 fingers. The 4 fingers and the thumb go up. But check from behind called. 5 minutes? What about the first one? So here's the call. This is Robert Reichela. He's going to get a penalty for that. See the hand go up. That can't be a major. And then, I don't know if they forgot that one. Then Joachim Miller's going to go, and it is a major for Miller. And that must be the later play that ran Anderlich into the board. So I think they've forgotten the first penalty. And we'll just go to with the second one. So it's a 5-minute man advantage. And their score, there they go. They're fired up. Balash with the pass. And the nice finish over on the back door. So 12 seconds into the major. Austria has scored. There's Fujita. The shot is blocked, comes out to Balash, and he goes back door. And the finish by Carl Anderson, who is fired up. You can see him coming. That is a great shot of that celebration as Anderson tapped that one home. His first goal. It's 11-5. Austria still on the power play, but Viitanen was going to go after the ball, couldn't come up with it, and Stefan Airbear gets it, but he loses it. Crompton got a shot off, it went wide, and eventually will be tracked down by Matthew Geppert from Austria. Balash. Goal and an assist for him. She might have more. There's a rip from the top, saved by Jokela. With a lot of poise, just very calmly leaves the ball there, sitting in front, knowing his teammate was the closest man to come pick it up. Yeah, Balash has a couple of goals, of course, and the assist there. Oh, that's 2 assists, because it hasn't gone up yet. I have to refresh. No, they didn't give him that one. There's a drive to the net. The shot clock will expire on Robert Reichela. He'll just leave the ball there. It gets picked up by Daniel Ludwig. Ludwig runs it up. Lots of time left on this major penalty. It's a checking from behind call. Balash. That shot doesn't connect, or the pass doesn't connect. Anderson down low, wanted the ball, steps into the crease instead, ripped from outside by Fujita. That miss, that's going to go over and back. And it'll be Finland possession. Fujita will just stand there checking. Now he's going to race off as Ruotila goes to pick it up. And Finland will try and kill 30 seconds or so, and then see if they can get a reset and kill some more. Jokela. Under pressure from Airbear. Jokela comes out of it. Airbear's going to watch for that he doesn't get called for holding there. Oh, yeah, I think he has. Well, looks like hooking is going to be the call. Not sure I've ever seen 2 hooking calls in one lacrosse game. That's the second for Austria in this game. So we'll go 4-on-4. You can see here, Jokela gets checked. That's actually the end. Sorry, I'm a little slow catching up on the replay with you. I was watching the action on the floors. They set up. Yemi Viren started at the top. They try to pass through to Jokela. Doesn't get there. Oh, Landgrebe thought he was off to the races, but he just missed picking up the ball. Viren pulls it down. 15 on the shot clock. There's a chance for Reitla, and he scores. Absolutely undresses Christoph Kunert. Robert Reitla has done that to many a goalie. Slick hands, stays out of the crease, and just bounces one home. See Viren, a nice little pass. And Reitla, the first hard fake, got Kunert going. And then just all kinds of room for Reitla. 12-5. Finland goes ahead. There's a 35-second difference in the penalties. So a minute 39 on the air bear hooking call, and then another 35 on the major to Joachim Miller. Of course, if Austria were to score here, if either team scores, it doesn't affect the penalty. It doesn't eliminate anything. Nobody's released because we are 4-on-4. Oh, big collision. Penalty coming. Yeah, I was going to say that actually was one, but Reinsberger absolutely ramming into him, man. So Finland, they're going to kill as much time here as they can. They set things up. Crompton at the top wants the ball. He'll get it. Down to 7 on the shot clock, so he'll fire one. It's blocked out front. Yeah, it's going to be an illegal cross-check call to Reinsberger. So 4-on-3. This is a potent situation for the offense. Adrian Balash is going to try and get a clarification. You can see, a lot of these European players are really learning the box game, learning the box rules, and they do come and ask for clarifications so they can figure things out. Rope Jokela. Look to Reitla, goes to Viren instead. Behind the back, Viren. There's Reitla ducking through, but it was a bit high for him. Landgrebe. Oh, he runs over the ball again. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, big hit by Kunert. It goes in anyway. As Kunert saw the man standing alone outside the crease, went after him, threw the body check, but Crompton just rolled the ball into the empty net. And Crompton looks to the bench and says, yeah, put somebody in for the faceoff for me. There's Crompton taking the hit, and with one hand, as he feels the goalie drilling him, just rolls it in. That'll eliminate the air bear penalty. So that leaves us at 4-on-4 for minute 23, and then Finland would go to a 17-second man advantage. Barring any further penalties, I'm Steven Stamp. This is the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. Boy, this has been an eventful third quarter here. A lot going on, all kinds of goals. Here's could be another one. DJ Sari misses, though. A lot of penalties. Finland up by 7, largely on the strength of 6 shorthanded goals, including 3 on one penalty and 2 on another. The 2 on the other scored back-to-back by the captain, Marcus Matala. Lerch, hard twister with about 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Got it on net, but Riku Jokela makes the save, and there was nobody there to pick up the loose ball for Austria. Marcus Matala will move it ahead, and Yemi Viren has the ball. Rikkonen joins the play. So as we're 4-on-4, Finland starts to move to the net. Viren. Reitla trying to get underneath. He's going to get a shot. Save by Kunert. Ball pops loose. 50s, dueling 50s going after it. Jokela going hard after Andrew Sucher, but Sucher came away with it. Fujita. Now here's that power play for Finland, but Austria has the ball and can kill all but a second of the penalty. Oh, now they've sent an extra man out. There's a shot from the outside. Kunert has it. Sorry, I was just kind of surprised by the Austria sending the fifth attacker out while they were shorthanded. And then the penalty expired. So they had 6 guys out there as he came out. Four minutes to go here in the third quarter. 13-5, Finland with the lead. Austria with the ball, and Mason Supphands spinning off a check. Fujita. Shot clock had gone. Finland wants to delay a game penalty. The shot came after the buzzer, but it was pretty hard to hear. There was some noise and the whistle going. Crompton. Here's Jokela. Ducks underneath. Shovel pass. Kaselmi tries an underhand, missed it, but is tracked down by Reitla. He's on his offside. He'll pass it over there and head over. Crompton takes it. 4 in the shot clock. Jokela off the post. Is grabbed by Stefan Erber in his crease. He's going to fling one up ahead, which will be tracked down by Stefano Stadlinger. Actually, Stadlinger took his time and eventually just got beat to the ball by Marcus Matala. Stadlinger looked like he thought he had forever, and Matala just ripped in off the bench for Finland. Gets it to Alex Kiviniemi. Kaselmi, it's going to be a penalty on Erber. He got up high on Kiviniemi, or on Kaselmi. And here's Rikkonen. Aiti Rikkonen up to Miller. Extra attacker out for Finland. Chance in the middle for Rikkonen. That shot goes wide. And Austrian player helping up his Finnish counterpart. See that quite a lot among the European teams. We'll really try to take that sportsmanship and help someone up. And sometimes it's not always well received by a team, by a player who's just been checked down. Marcus Matala having a talk with the officials. So Austria's got 4 players out there ready to kill the penalty, but they haven't sent anybody to the box. I believe it was Stefan Erber who got called. I thought it was. Yeah, they're looking for number 7, Erber. So Crompton will start at the top for Finland as they go strong right. Reitla with him. Down to Kaselmi. Jokela takes it. A little pick from Viren. Oh, they had Kaselmi coming through the middle, but it skipped off of him. Now they go backdoor. Reitla jumps up, buries it. It's a goal. And no penalty coming on the hit after the play. So there's Viren to Jokela. Lovely pass. Reitla's just going to jump up. That's a good non-call. It's a little contact by Geppert, but definitely not a penalty. Just send Reitla kind of falling to the turf there, but Viitanen and Anderlik. Viitanen wins it. You can run with the ball in the back of your stick. International rules, it's okay. He makes the pass to Crompton. Now he's going to try the shot. He's probably doing better with it on the backside. Austria comes up with the ball. Suppans gets some pressure from Miller, but he'd made the pass across. It gets loose. A touch by Finland, so it's not over and back. And Fujita is able to pick it up for Austria. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bounces away from Reinsberger. Gets it back. Sucher gets a pick. The roll is there, but don't think he saw him. He actually did have Mason Suppans slipping down off the roll. Would have had a pretty decent chance. Tough though. There's a lot going on for these guys on the floor. Happening pretty quickly. Jokela to Riikonen. Finds Kaselmi from the bench. Nice movement. Jokela to the net. Jump shot. Misses on the far side. And I think Christoph Kunert's a little tired of Finn's coming through his crease as he just dove out and tackled Rope Jokela. Jokela was nowhere near making contact. But as a goalie, I know you don't like guys in your crease. Kaselmi's hard shot is off the tender. Jokela picks it up. Viren. Kaselmi over to Jokela. That pass finds its way to Reichel. He's got some space. Shoots. Stopped by Kunert. Oh, it rolled it almost in. It is in. The ref says it's going to go halfway up. Balash is standing there, bent over with his stick on top of the ball, not moving it, trying to show that the ball wasn't all the way in. Again, I mentioned earlier that the refs have been told to make sure the goalies put the nets on the back edge, so the front of the post at the back of the goal line, so they can see if the ball hits green, it is in. If it's all the way in, there it is. Balash with his stick on it, trying to convince the referees that it isn't in. It was a bit of a half-hearted one. There's the check. That's the goal earlier that Crompton scored. When Kunert went out to check him, it's Christoph Kunert getting pretty involved in the physical side of the game here this afternoon. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. Reinsberg with a nice run to get out of traffic. Gives it to Longreba, who hands it to Vegeta. He sprints over to the bench. Anderson coming off the bench will get it. Lerch. Shot goes wide, right across the front of the net, actually, across the face of the net. You got a very sharp angle to try and shoot at. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jokela sprinting to the bench to get an extra attacker out as his brother Rope takes the pass here from Crompton. They've got 11 to play with. Miller. Play's been blown down. The officials are going to confer and say, yeah, keep playing. 8 seconds to go. Reichel from the outside rips it. Save Kunert. Does he have it? It's a goal. It got through. And it'll be 16-5 with 1.3 seconds left. That should be the end of the scoring for the third quarter. Wow, what a way to finish for Robert Reichel. Here you go. I like that fly-in with the logo flipping out. That's good. Reichel, a hard shot, just gets through Kunert. Hopefully we have time for the overhead shot because you couldn't really see where it went through that one. I think it was 5-hole that it snuck through. Face off and the period will end, but let's take a quick look. Oh yeah, actually looked like it went off the foot, the instep, and went in an angle, just deflected over and in. So we'll finish the third quarter with Finland leading 16-5 over Austria. All right, welcome back, lacrosse friends. 16-5, Finland ahead of Austria after that last second goal. A 1.3 seconds to go goal, so pretty much last second in that third quarter. Jani Viitanen, Thomas Anderlik in for the last first face-off of a quarter here in this game. Lots more coming today from the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. 4 more games after this one and the one going on currently over in the Fieldhouse, which is the Serbia-Switzerland game going on over there right now. But 2 more here, 2 more over in the field house. 4:30, Israel and the Iroquois Nationals here in the Arena Bowl. That is going to be a dandy. And Mexico and the Czech Republic in the field house. And then in the field house at 7:30, Ireland and the Netherlands. And here, Canada, USA, one of the big ones that people have been waiting for. Outlet pass by Jokela to Hlevati. Joachim Hlevati hands it off. Here's Robert Reitele. Sidearm swipe shot by Yemi Viren. It's turned aside. They get it back, though, as Kaselmi comes up with the loose ball. Jokela feeds it to Reitele. Nice trail check by Stefano Stadlinger to knock that ball loose. That was a dangerous play that he's short-circuited. Minute into the 4th quarter. If you want to join the conversation here, you can get to me at StampLax, Stamp LAX on Twitter. Not really an Instagram guy, but I like the Twitter. I do have an Instagram account. That one's off a defender, I think, and up out of play. Oh, no. Yeah, Kyle Sorensen, the head coach for Austria, can't believe it, as they're saying it went off an Austrian player. I thought it went off a Finnish defender, and the ball should have gone back to Austria, but it's pretty easy to see from up here, some of those plays, actually, because I don't have anybody between me and the play. I've got beautiful sight lines here at the Langley Events Center, which is a lovely facility. Suture hands it off. Suppans up to Marvin Lerch. Alex Kavinemi out on him. Fujita. Sweep shot doesn't get anywhere. Joachim Miller will scoop that one up and just flick it over one-handed. Oh, great play. Kiviniemi with the finish, the youngster. Alex Kiviniemi, they're excited about the future of this young man, and you can see why with the quickness and the nice hands right on top of the crease. Letamaki with the pass. Oh, that's a beauty. Alex Kiviniemi. 17-5, Finland goes ahead. Finland will play Sweden tomorrow. And then their big matchup in this group play, in this orange group, is the 24th. They actually play Australia. They've got some time to prepare for that one. 4 groups here. The blue group at the top 5 seeds, and then the other teams all divided up in the staking system among the 3 groups, the orange, green, and yellow. This is orange group play. Reitele makes the pass to Jokela. Latches onto the stick of Rainer Jakisch, who is checking him. The 30 expired on Finland, so it will be Austrian ball. Adrian Balash will go and get it. Now, I was talking to the coaches. They did mention Rintaro Fujita as the captain, number 31. Balash has the C on his jersey. I know he has been the captain for Austrian teams. It may just be that he was already on the shirt. I have to double check that one for you. Picked up by Koskinen. Pass ahead to Oskari Bly. Tracy Gillespie saying to settle it down, pass to the offense, let's get our guys out there. Rikkonen, a little trouble corralling that one, gets it to Viren. There's Kaselmi. That pass was knocked away, and time will expire before Robert Reitele can get a shot or a play of any kind. Ludwig hands it off, and Fujita will set things up. Fujita rips one, saved by Riku Jokela, sorry. And Balash tried to grab it as he drove across the crease. Jokela is not looking very comfortable. He is lying face down on the turf. And again, Jokela is in as the starter because Lauri Usitalo, who's been the Finnish starting goaltender for years, wasn't able to make it to this tournament. Balash checks in to make sure Jokela is okay. He jumps up to his knees. Ruotila checking on him. The backup is Juha Pahunen. He's not getting his gear ready. I think he feels like Jokela is going to be okay, or he's maybe hoping he's going to be okay. Boy, it would be tough for Finland if they were have an injury to Jokela at this point. He is the future for this team. Young man, again, playing Junior B lacrosse this summer with the Richmond Roadrunners. And I'm wondering if, I don't know, guys, if we can get a look at the replay again, you see the ice going on his head. I'm wondering if as Adrian Balash ran across to try and grab that ball and he was kind of knocked over or fell over, if his foot maybe hit Jokela in the head. And now Juha Pahunen has got his gear on. He's coming in. Jokela is going to have to come out of the game. And he gets up. He'll get a nice round of applause, I think, from the crowd when he heads off. Yep. No, he's saying he's good to go, but I think he's got to come out. Yeah, he's going to have to head out. Here we go. There's Balash. Jokela dives out. Oh, it's actually the knee of his teammate, Marcus Matala, the captain, that bangs into Jokela's head as he's falling forward. So Jokela, he looks all right as he gets up and heads to the bench, but definitely shaken up. And that will mean the world's debut for Juha Pahunen. And because it's an injury and not a... oh, no, I thought Jimmy Vera was going to come and take some shots on him, warming up him up. But nope, we're ready to roll. 10:50 to go here in the fourth. Viren runs across center, hands it to Kasalmi. Crompton. Jokela coming across the top, directing traffic as he goes. Viren. This is Crompton as they're down to 7 on the shot clock. Backdoor attempt. That just took off on Eeti Rikkonen. And then Crompton can't pick it up. Shot clock eventually expires. Nobody able to connect that with that ball. Oh, and it's turned over immediately by Kasalmi. 1-on-4, so he's going to pull it out wisely. He goes to Henrik Harala. And the defender will get the ball over to Jokela and let the offense come out on the floor. Raitala. Looks up to the top. Rikkonen. Jimmy Viren steps in, rips one, stopped. Nice save by Kunert. And he poses like a statue to make sure that ball didn't pop loose. And it's actually all tied up in his gear. It's gone inside his shirt. Has to direct the official where to get it. And Austria will come the other way. Matthew Geppert moves it ahead. The ball pops loose. Oh, what a play. Can Miller find him? As it was Tuomas Tilkinen that knocked the ball, tapped it between his legs backwards as he was running and got it over, but the pass was a little too high for him. And eventually, there's Kunert. He's been getting out involved in the play. He's throwing some body checks. Now he's going out and picking up loose balls. Here comes Geppert. Austria just getting their full complement of attackers out. Balash wants the ball. They're going to make the short pass instead. Here's Fujita over to Balash. Oh, the feed through to Lerch just didn't connect her. He had a great look. Carl Anderson gets it. 5 on the shot clock. It's a hard shot. The save by Pahunen. And then he spins around. Eventually Finland, oh, they didn't come up with the ball. Looked like they would, but Austria gets possession. Marvin Lerch. Oh, a hard rip by Suppans was blocked. It's grabbed by Matala. He's directing Harala to come with him. He's going to duck around the defender. Spins back out. Airbear turns him aside. Finland will set up in the offense. 8.5 to go here in the fourth. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships in Langley, BC. Put on by World Lacrosse. A hard shot by Rope Jokela. Raitala bangs in the rebound right off the boards, right to Raitala. So difficult for the defenders when they're looking back towards their goalie. and the ball comes out hot. Or sorry, they're having to look out away from the goalie, out towards the forwards, and that ball comes out, and Reitla is looking straight there as it comes to him. You can see Ehrbar tries to turn and get on him, but Reitla has already tucked it home. He has great hands, and he makes it 18-5. Crompton out to take the faceoff against Anderlich. Riku Jokela has just come back out from the tunnel. I think he's ready to go back in. He's just getting everything settled down, having a drink of water, making sure he's ready to go. We'll see if he enters the game again. They may just keep him out and let Pahunen play with an 18-5 lead. He is stepping onto the bench, though. Oh, that pass knocked down by Landgrave. He almost had it. He started to head up the floor, but it got away, and Kaselmi tracks it down to 8 on the shot clock as Jimmy Viren grabs that ball. Joachim Miller rips one. That's high and wide. Kaselmi trying to get it. He does. And a fresh 30 given to Finland. That one went off the post. Viren will spin. Finds Reitala. Jokela to Miller. Penalty coming to Austria. Kaselmi passes it down. Jokela the pass. Backdoor attempt by Miller. Viren will grab it. They've got 10 on the shot clock. The goalie is at the bench. Pahunen. Oh, the ball is grabbed just before it went into the net. That was actually going to fall and land, I think, in the net. Matthew Geppert stops it from doing so, but now his reward is to go to the penalty box for 2 minutes or less. A little cross-check the call. And Finland with an 18-5 lead will go to the man advantage for 2 minutes or less. We're into running time here in the fourth quarter with the extensive lead. 5:55 to go and counting. Jokela going to Crompton at the top, gets it back. Belash way out on him, then has to get back to try and get Reitala. Boy, it's an active penalty kill, working pretty well so far, but not now. Anssi Kaselmi reaches over the top of Kunert and tucks it home for a power play marker to make it 19-5 Finland. There's Reitala with the pass to the far side, and Jimmy Viren up to Jokela. That was Jokela making the pass across, and Kaselmi so patient, fakes the shot. Kunert trying to get back on his crossbar, but Kaselmi just finds that little hole. So for Anssi Kaselmi, his second goal to go with 3 assists. Robert Reitala with 6 goals and 5 assists in this game. And Rope Jokela, 2 goals and 8 assists. He's not really a big-time goal scorer, but he's been the setup man today. Viren across to Crompton. He shoots near side. Foot save by Kunert. Crompton changing directions. Comes around far side. Beautiful shot. My goodness, Tyler Crompton changes directions behind the net, spins out from behind the goal line, and just reaches out to drift it into the far corner. You see he grabs that loose ball, goes behind the net, changes direction. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Not a whole lot of angle. And Crompton finds himself a spot. Christoph Kunert has gone to the bench, and in comes Patrick Falm. Congratulations to Patrick and his fairly new fiancée, McKenna Maltby. Lovely international couple. Got engaged recently. Anssi Kaselmi across to Luke Letamaki. He'll just give it back to Kaselmi and head to the bench as Robert Reitala comes out to get the ball. Jokela finds the last man off the bench, Viren, just as he's stepping onto the floor. Kaselmi. Reitala finds Viren. It pops away from him. Landgräbe out to pressure. Pass back against the grain. Rikkonen pulls it down. They tried to find Raitala on top of the crease. It was right down by his feet. And the 30 will expire. We'll go the other way with 3 minutes to go. 20-5, Finland leading. Stadlinger under some pressure. Gets himself pinned along center. That ball's going to roll over. Well, I thought it had gone over. It doesn't matter. Finland comes up with it. Oskari Bly hands it off to Harala, and he gets flattened. Penalty coming to Austria for that one. Roope Jokela is going to slow things down as Pahunen races to the bench for the extra attacker. They've got 14 left on the shot clock. Raitala to the corner for Viren. Joachim Miller's just going to take his time, go to Viren. He'll shoot one low, saved by Patrick Falb. The stick of Adrian Balash is just laying out there lonely on the floor. It looks like they might be asking Austria who committed the infraction. I think it's the hit right there that got the call. That was Stefano Stadlinger. Hard to say. They're sending Emil Landgräbe for an illegal cross-check. Oh, it's a major. So that actually does carry some import as to who that is assessed to. Finland, for the final minute and a half, will be on the power play. Well, if they get 2 goals, actually, they go back to even strength. Crompton to Raitala. They'll switch positions. Crompton. Skip pass, can't quite connect with Viren. May have been tipped on the way. Raitala, hard pass to Viren, doesn't get to him. Oh, it rolls away from the Austrian player, though, and Crompton can't track that one down. That's going to be an over and back. And oh, what a play by Raitala to stop it, and then steps over center to pick it back up. Great athletic maneuver by Robert Raitala, and they'll set the offense back up with 17 on the shot clock. Crompton gets it back from Jokela. Raitala. 7 on the shot clock, 37 in the game. Crompton will let one go, staved by Falb. Fresh 30 for Finland. About a second difference between the shot clock and game clock. I think Finland's pretty content to let this one just tick away. Crompton and Raitala will go and have a little chat. Remember, 4 more games today in the opening day of the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships here in Langley. Go to WILC2019.ca. You can find the full schedule, all the information about the tournament, everything you need to know for a wonderful event here in Langley. The final score, 20-5 for Finland over Austria. Come back and join us for more action. I'm Steven Stamp. This has been the 2019 WILC from Langley. We'll see you soon.